All right, we're recording. Let's rock.
Awesome, awesome. So welcome everybody. Once again, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself, just in case Jason wants to replay this video. So my name is DeAndre Saxon. I am one of Bob Proctor's consultants. I work with him more directly in his business, but I am independent. Now his business is formerly known as Proctor Gallagher. So that way, you guys, when you see Gallagher Proctor, he's actually 50% partner in his business. So that way, you guys are, don't get confused of what Gallagher is. But anyways, here we go. If you guys want to get in contact with me, I put a lot of a lot of content out on YouTube. I'm more focusing on YouTube right now. You can find me at Miami Patron. Also on Instagram at Miami Patron. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. So his program and what I'm going to be giving you guys today is super, super valuable. Okay, guys. So as one of Bob Proctor's consultants, his bread and butter, his main value is one of his elite programs called Thinking into Results. It's a 6-month program. And because of my relationship with Jason here, I've known him ever since I moved to Miami. We decided to partner up, and I've given you guys lesson 1 of his 6-month program. Guys, when the point of today's call is you're going to walk away after the next 45 minutes to an hour. You're going to walk away with a clear goal. You're going to have a vision. You're going to have it written down, and you're going to know which direction to move forward in your IM business. Because everybody here is here for a different reason in IM, whether it's money, whether it's a business, residual income, something for their family, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. As long as you know what you want, that is the most important thing. And so that's what we're going to be covering today. So that's your boy. That's Miami Patron. That's me. That's where I got started. So I'm Bob Proctor's consultant, and let's get started with lesson 1's preview: a worthy ideal. Okay. So just to give you guys a quick synopsis of who Bob Proctor is. Some of you may know who he is. Some of you may not. So Bob Proctor is actually he's actually partnered up with IM. He's been around for years. I think since the 60s. That's when he first got started speaking in the 70s. But when he got really blew up was when he got in The Secret. So if you've seen The Secret in the movie, it's a blockbuster viral movie. That's where he talks about the law of attraction. That's where he got started. And I got introduced to Bob back when I was 19 years old. I am now 24 years old. And I spent, I think it was about 3 weeks ago, I spent about a week with him up in Los Angeles as one of his consultants, where he just really gives us a lot of value to give it to you guys. Because as you watch this, I want you guys to have a notebook. If you don't have a notebook right now, I don't know how new you guys are in the business. You always want to have a notebook when you have a speaker like this, because you don't know what kind of nuggets you could get that could really change your life. So when you see me speaking right now, I am literally a reflection of Bob Proctor. I'm a 24-year-old Bob Proctor in the making, as obviously Bob Proctor is 86 now, but I am coming in his image. And as I give you the information, it comes straight from my mentor, Bob Proctor, okay? So give you guys a quick little synopsis for those of you that don't know him. So Bob Proctor, he studied the mind and human potential with reflection and with some of the greatest minds. He's worked shoulder to shoulder with Earl Nightingale. If you guys ever heard the audio, The Strangest Secret, guys, that audio, it's a 30-minute audio. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on SoundCloud. I've listened to the audio probably 400 or 500 times in the last 5 months. It completely changed my life. Now, if you don't know who Earl Nightingale is, you might know who Napoleon Hill is, the author of Think and Grow Rich. So here's the lineage the information you guys are getting right now. So you might be thinking, oh, I don't know who this guy is, Bob Proctor. I don't know who this guy is, DeAndre. But you cannot deny the fact that the information that you're going to receive over the next 60 minutes will change your life, because it has been passed down by some of the wealthiest people and the people that have been able to control their mind and control their life. So Napoleon Hill was mentored by Andrew Carnegie, to this day one of the wealthiest people that had ever lived in the United States. Okay. So Andrew Carnegie mentored Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill mentored Earl Nightingale. Earl Nightingale mentored Bob Proctor. So Bob Proctor is pretty much a grandson to Napoleon Hill, who created the self-help industry when he wrote the book Think and Grow Rich. So I want you guys to take everything that you see here today, take notes and apply it. He became a renowned speaker. If you guys are obviously an IM, he has spoken at your guys' convention, I believe it was 2 weeks ago in London. So he is partnered up with IM. So what I'm doing here is adding value to you in his micro level. For example, Bob only speaks to you guys. So if you're not going to an event, you can't really learn too much from Bob. But in his elite programs, like what I'm sharing with you guys here in lesson 1, Bob can really give you his full effort, okay? All right, so this is how we're going to interact on today's call. you have a little question box. When I ask you guys where you guys were from, you guys know exactly where the little question box is. So no questions or anything during this presentation. So if you do have questions, you can go ahead and put them inside the question box, okay? So here's today's agenda. We're going to start today with lesson 1. It's a preview of his 6-month program. It's called A Worthy Ideal. Then we're going to watch the video of lesson 1. Then we're going to cover the key points of the video. Then I'm going to introduce you to week 1's worksheets. And then we're going to wrap up. Okay? So I've already introduced Earl Nightingale. Earl Nightingale was mentored personally by Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich. So he says that success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Now, one of our mentors, Alex Morin, has said this multiple times in his speaking, that guys, success really is defined by whatever it is that you want. And that's what we're here to do. Bob Proctor's vision, Jason's vision here with the LFG team is to help you get what it is that you want. You know, success doesn't mean it's a car or house, but success to you could just be traveling full time, being able to retire your parents. And so what Earl Nightingale is saying here is when you write your goal down on a piece of paper, for those of you that were on early, I showed you my little goal card. Okay. If you were to write this down and begin moving towards that goal, immediately you are successful. Okay. So that's what Earl Nightingale is saying here. So I'm going to go ahead and play lesson 1's video. Okay. So the video is about 19 minutes. Guys, let me tell you about the value of this. This is one of Bob Proctor's elite programs. Let me tell you that this is very exclusive and not a lot of people get this because of what Jason and the vision he has for you guys. He wants you guys to win. And so we partnered up and I'm bringing you guys this amazing video here. So guys, take this with a grain of, don't take this with a grain of salt. I want you guys to take notes, be attentive, and guys, let's get it started. I'm going to go ahead and I want to mute myself while we're playing this video. And Jason, I'm going to play the video. I want to make sure you guys can hear the audio.
Hello there and welcome. I want to congratulate you
hear that audio?
For taking part in this program.
I want to get a double check you guys can hear that audio.
Yeah, we can hear it.
Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and play this for the next 19 minutes, guys. Take your notes and enjoy.
Thinking into results. Do you know, you probably think this just has to do with your work, but it really doesn't. This has to do with your family. It has to do with your social life, your health. It has to do with your life. I began studying this material close to 50 years ago. My life has changed so dramatically. I live in a healthy body. I'm happy. I'm wealthy. I have friends all over the world. And I have business all over the world. And it's all because of this material. You have absolutely no idea where this is going to take you. And when we talk about results, let's understand this. It's what we think that ultimately manifests as results. Now that may seem like a bit of an exaggeration or maybe even a fairy tale to you at this point. But as you start to study it, you're going to realize it's not an exaggeration and it's not a fairy tale. It's real. So take this program seriously. Your leaders are going to give you something that you're going to be grateful for the rest of your life. I am forever grateful every day to have this information because you see, I'm in charge of me, I'm in charge of my world, and you're going to take charge of your world. You'll no longer be a victim of circumstance or a victim of any kind because you're going to take responsibility for your life and the results you get. We never have to blame, we never have to look at anybody else, and we are in control of how we think, how we feel, how we act, and therefore the results we get. You're going to start loving how you spend your days when you've got thinking into results in your pocket and in your mind. Enjoy it.
Hello, I'm Sandy Gallagher, your partner on this journey, thinking into results. When I first met Bob Proctor, I was already a successful business attorney, and I thought my life couldn't get much better, but it did. My life has expanded dramatically. I've learned a lot from Bob since we first met. He got me to shift my thinking and see the relationship of my mind to my behavior and my results. Bob Proctor is widely considered one of the greatest teachers in the world on the topic of human potential and growth. He's worked with many of the top companies around the world, from banks to airlines to insurance companies to computer giants like IBM. Working with Bob generates phenomenal results. One of the most valuable concepts that Bob taught me is the importance of setting goals. Not just any goal, not a goal you know how to achieve. I'm talking about a goal, a dream, a vision, something you think, something you know, in fact, is beyond your experience today. Because the true purpose of a goal is to help you grow in your awareness of yourself and of your team. What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? What are your goals? Let's see how you can begin thinking in a new and powerful way and begin discovering your true purpose in life. Are you ready?
The lesson that we're going to do right now could have a greater impact on your life than anything else. It certainly did on mine. You receive a little goal card. This is where you sit down and write out what you want on a card. And then you carry it loose in your purse or your pocket. Now on one side we've got here, change is inevitable, but personal growth is a choice, and it is. Do you know that you could wander up and down the streets of any city, anywhere in the world, and ask one person after another, what is their goal? And they'll look at you, and odds are pretty good they'll say, what do you mean? And if by chance you find someone that has a clearly defined goal, ask if they've got it in writing. And again, odds are pretty good they won't. If you decide what you want, and you write it on the card and you carry it with you, I guarantee you it must happen. It absolutely must happen in your life. Now, why do we have goals? See, the average individual would say we have a goal to get more. You know, get a better house, get a bigger house, get a boat, get more money. No. That may be a result of the goal. You may, accumulate more in your life and nicer and better things. But the real purpose of a goal is to grow. It causes you to draw something out of yourself that you didn't even know was there. Now, when we set a goal, we're going after something we want. And if you know how to reach it, it's the wrong goal. Now, that probably sounds pretty silly. When you set a goal, you're going after something you want. And if you know how to reach it, it's probably the wrong goal. You're going sideways. I always mention that goals fall into three categories. I refer to it as A, B, and C. A-type goals are doing something you already know how to do. And I use an example in a program that I wrote about a young man that came to me and he asked me if I'd talk to him about his goal. And I said, sure, what's your goal? He said, I want to get a new car. And I said, well, that's okay. I said, what kind of a car do you want? He said, a new Pontiac. I said, well, Pontiac's a nice car. I've had a Pontiac. And I said, what are you driving now? And he said, a Pontiac. Really? I said, how long have you had it? And he said, 4 years. I said, how old's the Pontiac? He said, 4 years old. And I said, then what you're telling me is that you have had a new Pontiac that you bought 4 years ago. You bought it new. He said, that's right. And I said, that's not a good goal. Because you've known for 4 years how to do that. There's going to be no growth attached to it. Now, that doesn't mean you shouldn't get a new Pontiac, but it would not constitute a goal. A goal is something that you're going to go after you've never done before. Now, when people move away from A-type goals, they generally go to B-type goals. And that's where they sit down and they gather all the information they've got, all the resources they've got, and they say, if all these things happen, then I could accomplish this. And they make a plan. They've got an absolutely beautiful plan. They've got the plan, and if all these things happen, then I can accomplish this. This is what they think they can do. You see, the A-type is what they know they can do. B is what they think they can do. Now, do you know that there's no inspiration in going after something like that? Absolutely none. And if you're going to really accomplish something, you're going to have to be inspired. You're going to have to pull on something that you haven't pulled on before. I mean, it's going to have to come from inside. See, people go after B-type goals, they get going and they get bored, they're not inspired, and so they quit, they give up. Now, the C-type goal is wants. And what you want, I'm talking about what you really want. Most people say, I don't know what I want. I don't believe that. I think you do know what you want. I think you're rejecting it before you give it any serious thought. To decide what you want, you've got to sit down and totally relax. And then you have to let your imagination wander. When you're going after wants, you're dealing with fantasy. See, the one, you're going after what you know. The other one, you're going after what you think you can do. And the wants is fantasy. Now, we have been conditioned as kids that fantasy is just for little kids. You don't fantasize. You've got to know how things are going to happen. But you see, you and I are the only creature on the planet, so far as we know, that can fantasize. Ed Hillary fantasized that he would stand on top of the world and he climbed Mount Everest. The Wright brothers, a couple of ordinary bicycle mechanics, they fantasized they'd introduce us to a new kingdom, and they did. Now think of this for a moment. What do you fantasize? See, as a little kid you could fantasize, and your mother and dad let you do that because it got you out from under their feet. You'd sit down in front of the kitchen cupboards with pots and pans, and God knows only what you did with it. But then you went to school. Bob, pay attention. Your mind's wandering. Will you quit looking out the window and listen to what I'm telling you? And you see, we'd get punished, and pretty soon we stopped fantasizing. We put our imagination away and we stopped using it. Do you know, Napoleon Hill said the imagination is the most marvelous, miraculous, inconceivably powerful force the world has ever known. Don't you find it strange that we have great, huge companies, big multinationals with small creative departments? We have people wandering around and say, well, I'm not really creative. Writers are creative, musicians are, but I'm really not creative. Everyone is creative. Creativity comes from the root creator, which is within. Everybody's creative. It's a matter, are you expressing your creativity? Well, don't let people steal your dream. When you sit down and decide what you want, you won't know how you're going to get it. The fun is in finding out how you're going to do it. When I set a goal, if it doesn't sort of scare me, I know I'm on the wrong track. See, if you know how you do it, you're going to go sideways. You've got to build a fantasy. You take the fantasy and you move it from fantasy to a theory. You keep playing with it. And you go from fantasy to a theory, and you take and you build an image, and just follow the pyramid that we've got here for you. And you turn it into a theory. Now that is when we're giving our fantasy some serious consideration. We're starting to use our reasoning mind, and we're starting to give this some serious thought. Now, before we can turn the theory into a goal, we have to ask ourselves a couple of things. Am I able to do this? Am I able? Well, if we believe everything we've been taught by both science and theology, the only two sources of reference we have to go to, we have deep reservoirs of talent. We have infinite potential. Absolutely, I'm able. I don't know how, but I'm able. The second question we have to ask, am I willing? Am I willing to pay the price? Am I willing to do what I have to do to get to where I'm going? See, Ed Hillary had to go to Nepal in 1951, in 1952, and 1953. No one had ever been to the top of Mount Everest. Everyone in the world told him it couldn't be done. Anybody that tried died. But he kept going back. He was willing to do whatever was required, and he got to the top of that mountain. Have you any idea how those two young bicycle mechanics, the Wright brothers, were ridiculed? Told to quit wasting time? Have you any idea how many times people laughed at Edison when he said what he was going to do? He was going to make this incandescent light. Do you know he failed about 10,000 times? He was willing to do that. See, failing at something doesn't make you a failure. You're only a failure when you stop. You could ask, am I able to do this? Yeah, I'm able. Am I willing? Yeah, I'm willing. I am willing to pay the price. At that second, your theory turns into a goal. Now, as you get emotionally involved in the goal, you're going to find that your emotional involvement is going to change your behavior. Yet you're going to find as your behavior changes, the results start to change.
and your theory turns into a fact. And once you reach the goal, it turned into a fact. That puts you in a position to build bigger and better fantasies. Now, let's back up a bit. How do you decide what you want? See, that's a pretty big idea. You've got to sit down as an individual and start writing all your wants down. Make it a shopping list. See, I think there's two goals people should have. They should have a personal goal, and then they should have a corporate goal. You might want to sit down with your peers in your department and say, what could we accomplish in this department? It could be the sales department. It might be, as a group, collectively, take the sales to a point that would shock the executives in the company. It could be in the machine shop. Let's make this place the most effective machine shop in the world. It could be in the accounting department. Let's make sure everything's right on tap. They're goals. And as we work towards them, we unify our energies. We work together, but we're working towards a point. See, when people are working towards something, they're alive. If they're just working, they don't have any fun. So we've got to sit down and we've got to decide, what do I really want? And start to make a list. You're capable of doing anything. And what we're really doing is raising our level of conscious awareness. And you're going to find when you decide on the thing on the list that you want more than anything, that becomes the star you're shooting at. That's what's written on the card. That becomes the goal. It might be an income, it might be a position, it might be a new home, it might be a trip. That becomes the goal. Yeah, that's what you work towards. And you're forever trying to become more effective so you can raise your consciousness and you become aware of how to do it. It's the same in a department. We have a masterminding session, a brainstorming session. How can we make this department more effective than it is? Now, you're going to find possibly someone say, well, I'm not doing that. Well, then that's okay. They're not part of the group. Don't let another person dictate how you're going to live. Don't let conditions or circumstance dictate. It has nothing to do with what's going on outside of you. It's what's going on inside. George Bernard Shaw said that people are always blaming circumstance for where they are. He said, I don't believe in circumstance. The people that get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, they make them. So you absolutely refuse to let anything that's going on outside stop you. You know, there's a cute story about the Maharishi and yoga when he was taking his transcendental meditation to the world, or planning to. Someone asked him, "Well, where's all the money going to come from?" He said, "Wherever it is right now." See, nothing's created or destroyed. If nothing's created or destroyed, everything's already here, if not in one state or another. The way to fly airplanes has always been here. Internet, it's always been here. We just weren't aware of how to do it. And as we raise our conscious awareness, we've got it. Nothing is created or destroyed. All science and all theology have taught us that for years. Now, when we really start to understand that, we live in an ocean of motion. We're living in a constant evolution of change. But remember when I said personal growth is a choice. You've got to have a goal. You've got to wake up in the morning and get excited. I'm working towards my goal. That's what I'm doing right now, is I'm creating this program with you. I'm working towards a goal. I have a business partner, Sandy Gallagher. She wants to build this worldwide, the corporate division, and so that's what we're doing. That's what we're working towards. That's why we're spending time here right now, building this program. So help you. See, the only way to reach the goal is to provide greater service. And as you provide greater service, you're going to grow. You're going to move ahead. Things inside of you are going to start to happen. An individual that doesn't have a goal is lost. They don't know where they're going. Can you imagine going on a trip and you don't know where you're going? Somebody say, well, where are you going to go? I don't know, west. Where? I mean, you could be going around the world and just going around the world and around the world. Well, where are you going? I'm going west. Well, when you get there, you still can go west. Imagine driving out of your driveway. You've got no destination. Which way would you turn? You see, we're goal-seeking organisms, every one of us. Have you ever watched a little baby? The baby's goal is to walk. It falls, it bangs its head, it cries, it bleeds, but it doesn't stay down. It gets up and it gets going. And pretty soon it's, look, Ma, I'm walking. Then they get on a bike. And the trick is to balance it, learn how to ride. Pretty soon it's, look, Ma, no hands. Well, do you know what your goal is? Your goal, your real purpose in life is to grow. You want to sit down and ask yourself, what do you really love to do? That's what you're going to get good at. That's what your purpose is going to be all about. That's what your goal is all about. Move toward what you want. Have a personal goal, have a corporate goal. Now your personal goal and your corporate goal in your department should be consistent with the corporate goal that the executive team set. So you want to make sure, as you go towards the big one, that all your little ones will fall into place. And I guarantee you, you'll set something on fire inside of you that there's nothing like it. Goal achievers are productive individuals. They're happy, they're productive, they're prosperous. They're the ones that make the world change. Don't listen to people that tell you why something can't be done. Don't listen to people that tell you the economy is controlling them. You control the economy. You're God's highest form of creation. Steve Bowe, who was a vice president with the Metropolitan Life Insurance Company, said one time something that I have never forgot. He said, God's gift to us is more talent and ability than we'll ever hope to use in our lifetime. Our gift to God is to develop as much of that talent and ability as we can in this lifetime. I like that. You might want to take and memorize that. It's done me a lot of good. Now I've shared it with you. Set your goal, get it on your card, bury it in your mind. Tell yourself, I'm able and I'm willing, and then go and do it. This is Bob Proctor. Thank you.
I'd like to congratulate you on taking this first step towards thinking into results. Now that you know a lot more about setting goals, the right kind of goals, what do you do next? You take action, because that's where the learning really begins. Without action, goals are just fantasies. So sit down with your coworkers, take some time and ask them, if we had all the resources we needed and there were no limitations or restrictions, what would we want to accomplish together as a department? It's really a great opportunity to collaborate and be creative, because everyone wins by coming together for a common goal, and everyone soars when those common goals are big, worthy goals. So good luck, and I'll see you at the next lesson.
Awesome, awesome. Can you guys?
Hello there.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Awesome, guys. How was
Yeah.
that?
That's amazing.
Amazing, amazing, awesome. So let's go ahead and I want to give you guys a quick little view of what it looks like. So you guys just got a preview of the 6-month program. Okay, I don't know if their site's going to be down again. But anyways, while that's getting pulled up, let's see here. Let me guys show you what else is in here. So I just showed you guys lesson 1 of the program. So where the ideal, you can see here that there's 12 different videos from reprogramming your subconscious mind, you understanding how your subconscious mind works, something called the paradigm, the different faculties of your mind, the attitude, behavior, something called the terror barrier, how to get past your fears and reprogram your mind so you don't fear when you're reaching your goal. And for example, lesson 12, when it talks about the mastermind principle. All right, so let's hop back into the presentation here. Like I said, if you guys have questions, drop them in the questions in the chat box. So you guys got a preview of lesson 1. So you can kind of see the value that Bob is really giving to his customers here and his clients here and thinking into results. So I want to go ahead and preface something that was also said in that video. It said, this is by Steve Bowe. He said, God's gift to us is more talent and ability than we'll ever hope to use in our lifetime. Our gift to God is develop as much of that talent and ability as we can in this lifetime. Now, I was watching a video on Instagram from one of our mentors, Alex Morton, and he said that 95% of success in IM and in anything comes down to the spiritual side of business. And I've been in business now for 5 years, and let me tell you, I focus on everything except the spiritual side. I thought it was another course. I thought it was another mentor. I thought I had to go to this event. I thought it was this business model. But I never took a look at the spiritual side. And that's what Bob Proctor brought into my life. And ever since then, my results have completely changed. So what you're learning here, guys, is the spiritual side. Because the answer is already within you. And when you write down that goal, you are working with the laws of the universe, using the laws of attraction, manifestation, law of vibration, all these different things. If you've never even heard of them, guys, there's a lot to learn. Let me tell you, when it comes to the spiritual side of business. And let me tell you, when it comes to winning and I am, it all comes down to the spiritual side. Being in alignment with having your subconscious in alignment with your conscious mind, with your outside environment and your habits. So back to the goal. What is your goal? Now, you watching this video, 99.9% of people do not have a goal. And if you were to break that down even more, if you were to ask them if they had it in writing, they would probably say no. So what is your goal? Is your goal currently making you excited and energized? Is your goal, does it belong to you, or did somebody else set it up for you? Did your parents set it up for you? Did they say you have to go to college because if you don't go to college, you're not going to be successful? And you have to get a job because it's secure, right? Is it your goal that you're going for? Or is it somebody else's? And what do you really, really want? And Bob said that you know what you want. A lot of the times people are just fearful that they can't achieve it. Our goal, our objective as human beings, when you know the laws of the universe, we have infinite potential. All theology and all science have said this. So when you understand that you have infinite potential within you, when you know the laws of the universe, you can achieve anything. So a lot of people are fearful to set high goals because they don't know how it's going to happen. Our job is not to figure out how. Our goal is just to have the desire, and everything will fall into place. Okay, so I want to take a couple key points of what happened in this video. If you guys didn't catch this when you're taking notes, a goal is something you're going after that you've never done before. You've never done it before. A goal is designed to help you grow. It causes you to draw something from yourself that you didn't even know was there. If you know how to reach your goal, the goal is not going to do for you what your goals are designed to. Guys, you're going to go sideways. I thought that was one of the most important things. Right now within you, you have a vision of yourself for yourself. And I Am Academy is the vehicle to help you achieve that. Okay, so you want to go for your C-type goal. I'm going to explain that again. But you want to go for the ultimate goal, because if you go for a goal that you already know how to do or you think you can do, you're going to go sideways. And I went sideways for 5 years. And when I took a bet on myself to work with Bob, and let me tell you, it was expensive. Let me tell you that. To work with Bob, I had to pay Bob, and it was the price of a new Audi. Let's just say that, to work with Bob. But it was in alignment with my C-type goal, and it's completely changed my life. And if you're really going to accomplish something, you're going to need to be inspired by something you're going after that you really, really want. When you do your C-type goal, it inspires you. So let me go ahead and talk about those goals, right? He talked about A-type goal. An A-type goal is something that you already know how to do. So if you've earned $10,000 a month before and you're currently earning $5,000 a month and you want to get back to $10,000 a month, you already know how to do that. So that would constitute an A-type goal. A B-type goal is a goal you think you can do. So let's just say you're an IM. You look at your team, you look at your contacts, you look at your social media presence, and you're like, okay, I have X amount of followers, I have X amount of contacts in my phone. I think that in 6 months with this resources, I can get to platinum 1,000 or chairman 10 or whatever. You see, that's a B-type goal, because you're looking at your external environment and letting that dictate your goal. That again is not a good goal, because what you're going to do is you're going to bounce back between what you know how to do and what you think you can do. There's no inspiration between the two, and that's where people get stuck. It's between A-type, B-type, A-type, B-type. Okay, let me go to 10,000. Oh wait, it's a little hard. Let me go back to 5,000. I already know how to do that. 10,000, 5,000, 10,000, and they'll bounce back between A and B. What Bob is urging you to do is set a C-type goal. A C-type goal is your true want. What is it that you really want? It's your fantasy. There's 6 faculties of the mind, and one of them is imagination. We learned that in lesson 4. One of the faculties is imagination. A lot of people don't use their imagination. Use your imagination. Sit, meditate, think. What is it that you really want? Is it a car? Is it freedom? What does that look like? And when you get clear on that C-type goal, I'm going to share my screen here. On my screen, my video. Okay, you guys can see me now. You see, if you guys are looking at my screen here, I have my goal card. I keep this goal card with me at all times. I do not leave my house without my goal card. So you guys know when you check your pocket, you see phone, key, wallet, good. I'm good to leave the house. Obviously, this is if you're a man, right? You always check to see if you have your phone. You always check to see if you have your keys and your wallet. Guess what? I added a fourth one. That's my goal card. I do not leave my house without my goal card because, guys, Earl Nightingale said you become what you think about. And a lot of times people think about lack all day. They think about what the news imprints on in their mind, coronavirus, all this kind of stuff. They let the external environment control their thinking instead of letting their thinking control the external environment. Guys, that was a very powerful line right there. And so when you have your goal card on you at all times, you are constantly thinking of your goal and you write it in the present tense. I don't think I have that in the notes here. When you're writing your goal, you write in the present tense. So my goal, my C-type goal right now is I'm so happy and grateful now that my YouTube channel attracts 100 clients per month, which allows me to travel the world full-time in luxury. That would produce about $800,000 a month in revenues for my business. Okay. Always have your goal card on you. So now we're going to get into the worksheet. So along with this preview, guys, if you guys go here, I have actually given you a preview of this lesson. Okay. So if you go to, actually, let me show you which website. Oh, actually, I'll show you guys where to get this PDF in a second. But here, you guys, everybody on this call is going to get this PDF here, which is actually a preview of lesson 1. Because, guys, every time you listen to lesson 1 video, you're going to be a different person. You're going to grow. You're going to change. And the way Bob runs this program is you listen to this lesson twice a day for 2 weeks. So you want to listen to lesson 1, this video, over and over and over and over and over. And what's going to happen is it's going to reprogram your subconscious mind. Okay, so everybody on this call is going to get this preview. So you're going to have your own little login here. Okay, and here's the email. All right. So everybody's going to get a login. Oh, I'm already logged in. Okay, so you're going to log in. Here is the website. It's on the PDF here. The email is here, and also the password. And you're going to log in. And everybody is going to get a preview of lesson 1. Right, let me open this in a different slide. It's all good. Okay, everybody's going to get lesson 1, okay? They're going to get the video, and they're also going to get the worksheets. So let's go ahead and go back into here. So let's talk about that worksheets really quick. The worksheets are meant as an activity to challenge you to immediately apply the lesson that you learn. Guys, because there's 2 parts of the mind. There's the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Right now, you watching this video, you just filled your conscious mind. Just because you watched this training here today does not mean you're going to apply it. 95% of you will walk away from this video and still not write your goal down and still not put it on a goal card and still not carry with you every day. 95%. But then you'll look at the leaders in IM, the people that are making huge changes in their businesses. Matt Rosa, Julian Kushner, Jason, Alex Morton. All these guys have their goals written down. They write it every day. And I guarantee you, if you were to check them, they probably have it written on them in their pocket. Now, if you want to extend and blow up your IM business, I challenge you to do these worksheets, get your goal card printed out, laminate it, and keep it on your pocket. So you gotta plant your idea in your subconscious mind. That's lesson 3. I talk about how to reprogram your subconscious mind, your paradigm, your habits. And you do that with repetition. So the worksheets are an essential part of thinking into the results program. Each time you watch the lesson, you should also complete the lessons worksheet. Be sure that you are writing out the answers every time, because when you write out, that is how you begin making changes to your habits and your behavior. Okay, so here's your guys' homework after today's lesson. I want you guys to listen to lesson 1's video, or you can download the MP3 twice per day for the next 2 weeks. Guys, I challenge you, if you listen to me, I want everybody to pay attention, because I was a guy that would listen to something like this and not do it. I was like, oh yeah, cool webinar. Or I would listen to a leader and they would say to write your goal down or do this, and I would do it for 1 week and then stop doing it. Let me tell you this. If you guys listen to me right now, 6 months from now, you will have to use a telescope to look back at where you were at. Trust me, listen to me. Listen to this lesson 1 video twice per day for the next 2 weeks. Because what's going to happen is that repetition is going to change your paradigm, okay? For those of you that don't know what a paradigm is your habits that's lodged within your subconscious mind. You see, your current results, your income, your lifestyle, your relationships, everything is a reflection of the thoughts that are lodged within your subconscious mind. And guess what? Those thoughts are not yours. They were programmed in you from your environment, from your school teachers, from your parents. All these thoughts are in your brain, in your subconscious mind. And the only way to change that is with external ideas impressed repeatedly over and over and over again from a thought leader like Bob Proctor. You see, everything I'm sharing with you guys, you might be saying like, damn, DeAndre, that's facts. That's facts. I'm just a reflection of Bob Proctor because I have completely saturated my mind with what Bob has done here with thinking into results. Okay, repetition. Print out the TIR, the Think into Results TIR participant guide. I'll show you guys where to access this in a second. Complete lesson 1 worksheets and read the article and decision. I'll show you guys all this in a second. Print out and laminate a few goal cards. You want to get out a few goal cards because as you start to develop, like I mentioned, you're going to listen to this lesson over and over and over again. Your goal is going to begin changing. Like right now, your self-image, we talk about that in lesson 7. Your self-image might say, okay, I want to go for Chairman 10. Chairman 10. I think I can do Chairman 10 in 6 months or a year, whatever it is. You see, as you start developing the faculties of your mind, building your self-esteem, building your self-image, you're going to want to change that goal to Chairman 100 in the next year. And it's completely possible. Everybody on this call, 12 months from now, can be at Chairman 50, Chairman 100, Chairman 10, whatever it is that you want. If you program your mind, reprogram your mind, your subconscious mind to begin attracting the things that you want to your life. And that's what I teach people how to do. I teach them how to reprogram their subconscious mind to begin attracting their dream life, their dream clients, their dream team into the fruition, manifestation. So what you guys want to do is you want to build an image of your goal in as much detail as possible and call this image into the screen of your mind daily through visualization. Here's another important part. The subconscious mind only understands 2 languages, images and emotion. Images and emotion. When you write out your goal, you want to have a clear image of what it is that you're doing at that point. So right now, like I said, my goal is to attract 100 clients per month for my YouTube channel. So guess what? I'm putting out YouTube videos every single day. I have an image of what I look like when I present to the camera, which attracts 100 clients, which is about $800,000 a month in revenue. I have a clear image of what I look like, what camera, where I'm at. You see, when you begin getting a clear image of what it is that you're doing, you can begin replacing your old paradigm, implanting those ideas into your subconscious mind. It is very important you have an image because, guys, I don't know if you're like me. I read Think and Go Rich plenty of times, 5, 6, 7 times. And on chapter 2 on desire, he has the 6-step formula to success, right? Write out an image, put out a time frame. What are you going to give in exchange? You guys know what I'm talking about. And he says, read it first thing in the morning, last thing at night. I don't know about you guys. I probably did that about 5 times. And I would read it in the morning, last time at night. And then 2 weeks later, I stopped doing it. A month later, I stopped doing it. You guys can probably relate to me on that. You know why? It's because we didn't know the psychology behind what he's doing it, what he was saying. Now, after this call, you know the psychology behind it. Because when you read it out first thing in the morning, last thing at night, keep it on you. And what our Nightingale said, we become what we think about. You're going to begin reprogramming your subconscious mind by building an image of the goal you want to achieve. All right, guys. So I want to go ahead and actually bring on a testimonial because you might be saying, yeah, DeAndre, that information sounds cool. You know, that sounds real nice. But guys, I want you to hear from Mr. Riker Pierce right here. He coaches with the Clippers. He was with the Clippers last night. I think with the Lakers, they were playing the Lakers. One of my friends, one of the testimonials he has to share. So Jason, if you can go ahead and unmute Riker, I would love Riker to go and share his experience, what he's learned from working with Bob Proctor and this information. That way you guys can really feel like if he can do it, if Riker can do it, so can you guys. Jay, can you go ahead and unmute Riker?
Hey, DeAndre. Hey, Jason. Can you hear me?
Hey, what's up, Riker?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I loved your call, DeAndre, man. This is absolutely life-changing information. I am so happy and excited. I'm calling in right now from downtown Los Angeles. I just moved into one of my dream apartments in downtown because of this information. And last night I was at the Staples Center. It was such an amazing environment. I mean, the Clippers and Lakers were going at it. You know, RIP, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. They had to put this game off for a whole entire month because of his passing, but he definitely left a legacy with us. I want to share my testimony with all of you. Ever since I partnered up with DeAndre here and Bob Proctor, it has completely changed my life. I cannot put in words, or words cannot express how this completely can change your life. If you truly believe and if you truly put your mind to it, anything can happen. You know, I grew up in a small town, Rexburg, Idaho, where there's like 10, 20,000 people. To get out of that environment and to change my mindset and to go somewhere where I've never been before, I needed a vehicle and I needed information. I Am Academy is your vehicle. We have about 31 people on the call. As you can see, I wear number 31 on my chest when I play basketball. That was a big reason why. But my reason why I wear 31 was even bigger than that. You know, you guys have to have a deeper reason why you're in I Am Academy. Most of you were praying for an opportunity. You were absolutely looking. You were manifesting into your life to be on this call today. Before you met Jason, you know, you were looking for something in your life to change your life forever. You have now have that vehicle. Let thinking into results go to and through you, and let this be your information, the thing that you need to absolutely change your life. With information, you know, will change your situation. Matt Rosa, he speaks about that on stages. I've seen Alex Moore, and he talks about the 95.5%. You guys have to become aligned with your inner greatness. I'm so big on, I'm so spiritual. I grew up in a very religious family. That really taught me to believe in myself, and it really put my mind in perspective and what I want to do and what I want to accomplish. Now, me and DeAndre here, I'm just a client of his. I've literally went into this program, and I'm just literally the last 2 weeks I've been in it. It has literally changed my life. As I change my subconscious mind and my self-images goes higher, it only gives me the results that I want. My whole entire goal here is to change 1 billion people's lives and to make $1 million per month at that highest level in I Am Academy. And I know I can do that because of Bob Proctor and because of DeAndre and Jason for letting us be that vehicle and let us be that, to have our voice be heard and let us go out and do something amazing. So thank you so much, DeAndre. I am absolutely loving it. You absolutely killed it, brother. I cannot tell you. This was amazing information. And everyone on this call, this is only the intro lesson. There is so many more lessons to learn. I would encourage you to stay really close to this information and to really apply it into your life. You know, get emotionally involved, write down what you want, have a goal card. You know, that is half the battle. Once you know what you want, it's like Bob was saying, it's like going on vacation and not knowing where to go. But once you know where you're going, you become unstoppable. I was reading a book by Tim Grover, From Good to Great to Unstoppable. He coached and mentored, you know, Kobe Bryant. He coached and mentored Michael Jordan, some of the greatest basketball players of all time. But how he did that and how he helped them get there was learning and studying, practicing every single day, and doing those little things that everybody says. So whatever it is you guys are going through in your life, pray to God and ask, say, help me to achieve, you know, what I need to be doing right now, and he will help you, he will guide you. You will feel more aware of all your weaknesses, but work on your weaknesses and pray and ask God to help you overcome those weaknesses, and they will be major strengths. I'm a big testimony of that. And let's go out and change the world together. We have only 31 on this call. Next call, I seek to have at least 100. And then the next call, I seek to have, at least 1,000. And then I can see this going so big. Team LFG, yes, I see someone posting in the comments. Team LFG is going to be one of the biggest teams in I Am Academy. And we're going to go out together and do this and change the world. Peace and love, guys, from downtown Los Angeles. I can't wait to see and meet you all in person. And thank you, DeAndre, for sharing my testimony. And go out and change the world, guys. I love you.
Thanks, Riker. Appreciate that, man. Much love, bro. We have a lot of big things to do here. All right, guys. So here's my little sign up with you guys. If you guys want a free preview of lesson 1, you guys can get your own login. Obviously, I can't just send it to you guys because I don't know who actually wants it. But for those of you that do want it, you can download it, the lesson, the worksheets and everything. Go to www.dandresaxton.com/trial. Make sure you put that /trial. And what you'll do is you'll get a PDF email to you with your own individual login of lesson 1 of thinking into results. So the program we just watched, you're going to get the video, the worksheets of everything we just covered today. So once again, that's www.dandresaxton.com/trials. So DeAndreSaxton.com, that's me. If you want to learn more about the 6-month program, there's my phone number right there. You can contact my team, 305-432-4893. And I think that's it, Jason. Jason, any questions or anything?
Okay, and yeah, we can take questions from the family. Anybody got any questions? Yeah, it was really good. Thank you for coming on here, DeAndre. I'm definitely gonna get that gold card going, doing the homework, watching it twice a day. We'll see if everybody can keep up with this first lesson and goal.
Yeah, well, let's look at the questions really quick. All right, make sure you guys take down my contact. If you guys have any questions about like this information or anything as well, if we don't get to it right now, because we're a couple minutes over. I think we started late anyways. But just in case, if you guys have questions about any of this info or Bob Proctor or anything, take down this number, country code 1-305-432-4893. You guys can text or call, get in contact with my team, or once again, DeAndre Saxton /call. So if we don't get to your question right now, let's see. How can I look at questions? Oh, there we go.
I have a question actually. My name is Veena.
Yes.
So last time when I tried to, enroll with Bob Proctor, what happened was they replied to me saying that they were not working in India. Like they have not, they're not branched out yet to India. So are you welcoming Indians as well?
Yes, of course. So I'm not sure which program you applied for or which, because Bob Proctor has many different sources of adding value to people. So maybe it was a speaking event or a live stream. I'm not sure what it was, but me being a consultant and, all of us being part of LFG and the IM Academy. Yes. Basically with the 6-month program that I work with people to help you guys reprogram your mind. It doesn't matter where you guys are at, because just as you saw today, this is how I run the training for 6 months. We hop on a Zoom call like this. We go through the lesson, we go through the worksheets together, and it doesn't matter which country you're in. You can be in India, Lebanon, or here in the United States, or where I'm going to be. I'm going to be in Colombia here in 3 days. So, yeah, hopefully that answered your question.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Any other
questions? It was amazing.
Thank you. Any other questions, guys? About Bob Proctor, this information, how you can apply it to yourself, how you can apply it to your team. I don't know if everybody's muted though. Let me see if in the chat section here.
Yeah, people have to unmute themselves to
yeah, unmute yourself. Let's see. All right, guys, we're gonna give it another 10 seconds here if we have no more questions.
I don't have a question. I just want to say, Junior here from Costa Rica, I just want to say thank you very much. Muchas gracias for the information.
Yeah, awesome. Where are you from?
I'm here in Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, awesome. I'll be there in June, so we definitely got to connect. Take the number down right here for my team, and love to connect. I'll be in Costa Rica, I think I forgot what the city was called, but I'll be there soon, so we'd love to connect.
Excellent. I will be contacting you right away.
All right, guys. So like I said, another question?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
So I didn't get the difference between the goals, the type B and the type C.
Awesome. So a B type goal is a goal you think you can do. Okay. So if you guys are taking notes, just a clarification, an A type goal is a goal. Here's the key word: know. You know how to do it. That's an A-type goal. You know how to do it. A B-type goal is think. So you think you can do it. So you look at your resources. You look at how many contacts you have. You look at how many social media followers, and you think you can reach this goal because of the amount of followers or contacts or whatever. So you think you can do it. That's the key word. A C-type goal is what you want. That's the key word there. Want. It's what you want. It's your fantasy. What do you really want? So if you had all the resources in the world, you had anything you wanted, like a secret genie came down to you and asked you, what do you really want? That's your C-type goal. It's a fantasy. You have no idea how to do it. So if you want to get the chairman 10 in the next 3 months, you have no, but that's what you really want. Like that, you internally, you sit down, you meditate, you think you can do it, or sorry, you feel it in your intuition, then go for it. That's your C-type goal. I'm sure Jason, after watching this, will expand his C-type goal.
So it doesn't matter.
It went from Chairman 100 to Chairman 500 by December. So fuck it.
There we go, man. Yeah, we got to reprogram that subconscious mind, Jason.
Chairman 100s, I think it's attainable. 500, I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but.
Yeah, it inspires inspiration, man. We got to reprogram subconscious mind, reprogram that self-image. There's some terror barriers that you're gonna work through. It's a lot, man. Did that answer your question? I don't know who answered that question. Asked that question. Did that answer?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Any other questions, guys?
Yes, I have Junior again, sir. I have a question so I just want to have it clear because this guy mentioned something important and very important for me, the spiritual part. So I think right now that this is something that we guys have to work on every second of our life. But this program is going to be every single Monday. So I just need to schedule that because it's very important for me. Or we're going to everyone is going to receive this information for this coming 12 weeks. I think I read that. Or how it's going to be working for us.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna talk to Jason, but obviously this program that Bob has is a paid program. It's an elite program. So I wanted to give you guys some value by giving you guys lesson 1. So so if you guys wanted to join the entire 6-month program, you would have to reach out to me and my team. And obviously it's a paid program, but I work with you guys on a closer schedule. So for example, we have like 30 people on this call. I would be working with you guys every single week through the 6 months. So just like this. So this was literally a preview of how I run my facilitation calls. And I do this every week for each lesson. So the next lesson is something called the knowing doing gap. So for example, you guys know what to do. Like right today, you probably know that you have to go contact some friends, reach out to people to grow your team. Everybody knows that, but how many of you are actually going to do it? Not a lot of you, right? Why is that? Why is it that you know what to do, but you don't do it? See, it's something called the knowing doing gap. And when you can bridge the gap between what you know you can do, what you know you're supposed to do, and then you actually do it, because all of you would probably agree with me when I ask this question. Do you think you can do better? Do you think that you can grow a team faster, recruit somebody? Do you think you can do it? All of you would probably agree with me, yes. But then why don't you do it? You see, it's because of your paradigm. Take that word down, paradigm. Paradigm. Paradigm is the multitude of habits that controls your behavior. A lot of people try to change their outside environment, right? They try to get themselves to go contact people. They try to get themselves to recruit. They try to get themselves to do presentation, one-on-one calls. They try to do a launch. They get, like for all of you are probably doing launches and having Jason get on there or whatever it is. But then you know what to do. You want to do it, but then you don't do it. When you bridge that gap, your life will completely change. So in lesson 2, we talk about what that gap is. In lesson 3, we teach you how to change that gap. Because when you change that gap, which is in your subconscious, you will automatically begin attracting recruits into your business. What do you think that, Alex Morton is just taking IM Academy to the next level? You see, he's not working hard. He's attracting everything into his mind because the thoughts that he has in his mind and subconscious forms a vibration. This is very deep stuff, right? This is what I talk about in the program. The thoughts that are dominating Alex Morton's mind, because Alex Morton, by the way, is personally mentored by Bob Proctor. Okay, so everything I'm saying is trickling down. See, Bob Proctor has instilled in Alex Morton to reprogram his subconscious mind. His subconscious mind is forming a vibration. everything that's in frequency with that vibration, he's attracting into his life. The people, the situations, the quality of people. How did, Jason Stone is in alignment with that. Why, Jason and everybody on LFG is in alignment with Jason. Why? Because the subconscious mind of Jason is forming a vibration that's attracting each and every one of us on this call. Okay, so hopefully that answered your question. That's what it comes down to, is reprogramming your mind, changing the vibration that's in your subconscious mind. We talk about that lesson 2 through 4. But yeah, so that's how you actually get yourself to do what it is that you're supposed to do. Any other questions, guys? No? Okay, so just a reminder, guys, as we sign off here, and then I'll pass it back to Jason. If you want to download this video that we just went over, go to DeAndre Saxton. Make sure you spell my name right. DANDRE www.dandre Saxton SAXTON.com/trial. If you don't put the trial, you're going to go to my sales video and you're not going to get the trial. Okay, so make sure you do /trial. If you want more information on the program or just questions about the program or anything, go to, country code 1-305-432-4893. And I think, let me get out of here. All right, and then you guys will get this email to you, and you guys will get your own login so you guys can watch this video. Let me show you where the worksheets are. You guys want to work on the worksheets? It will look exactly like this. You can download the MP3, listen to it in your car. You can download the worksheets are right here. And here's the article on decision. It's all going to look exactly like this. Here it is. So here's the lesson 1 worksheet. So you want to work on these by the next call. So I don't know. I'm going to talk to Jason. I don't know if we're going to have this call every Monday, but here's the worksheets. Print these out and work on them.
Do these every Monday. That'd be awesome. Also, you said there was a link you're going to send to download a worksheet.
Yeah, it's right here. I'm showing them right now. So what you do is
throw that into the chat box.
Okay. Okay. Let me put that in the chat box really quick. Let me see if I can copy and paste. All right. So here is the link. It's gonna get emailed out to you because that's the only way to give it to everybody who actually wants it. How do I put it? Where's the chat at?
Yeah, just chat box, and then we can copy and paste it into our notes.
Okay. I'm putting it in the chat right now, guys. So here is, if you guys want this PDF. Okay. I put it in the chat box. This PDF, put in your email, and it will get emailed to you. And you can see right here, here's the website. It'll give you the preview website. Here's the email for the preview and the password. And it'll give you access to lesson 1. So it'll give you access to this video, we just went over today. It'll also give you access to the MP3. I listen to the MP3s while I'm driving, because you want to listen to this twice a day. Even listen to this recording that we're just doing right now, that we did today over the last 60 minutes. Listen to this multiple times. The worksheets are right here at the bottom. You click on it, worksheets. And here are the worksheets. So you're going to print these out and literally start creating your goal. Start creating your goal. Start getting the image in your mind. And you want to do that multiple times, because your goal is going to change. As you start developing your faculties of your mind and raising your self-image, your goal will start to increase. Okay? So I'll put that in there. I'll also put my phone number in the chat. I didn't even think about putting in the chat. So here is the phone number. If you have questions about the program, reach out to my team. Right there, you can text or call that number. And then this is just, if you guys can't, for whatever reason, if you guys can't call this number, here's my schedule. You guys can book a call on my schedule for like a Zoom call or something. So yeah, there it is. It'll get emailed to you guys. Lesson 1, it'll look like that. Here's the worksheets. And guys, this article on decision, I read it again last night. This will change your life. About one of the most important mental activities is be able to create a decision. Like each one of you made the decision to be on this call and stick out this call. I would say 96% of you are still on this call. Those are the winners. About 4, 5, 6 people left the call already. You see, they made a decision that could affect their life forever because they didn't get this last info. Okay. See, little small decisions like that are what make the difference between the winners and the people that stay at P1000 and the people that get the chairman 10 and above. Small decisions. Read this article on decision, take notes, and maybe on the next call we can have discussions on it. Okay. All the information is in the chat, guys. The phone number to contact my team, my schedule, and the preview, so you guys can get this information again. So without further ado, Jason, back to you.
Thank you, DeAndre. That was super helpful. I hope everybody is going to take this video. I will have a recording so we can all watch the recording, and I'll drop that in the chat when it's ready. Probably about an hour usually takes.
Got it.
Other than that, back to business, guys.
Back to business.
Rock
Guys,
and roll. Let's go.
Let's do it. See ya.
All right, guys, we're going to cut it off. We'll see you on the next call Wednesday.